let's get down to business. Let's remember where we come from. Let's remember who we are. And let's get back there as soon as possible. You forgot, didn't you? You're a Bliss Bunny. I'm a Bliss Bunny. But we're fallen Bliss Bunnies. Another way to say that, we're fallen angels. So it's going to be a little bit of a focused ascent and remembrance, and really want it really, really bad, to be in that ecstasy and those ongoing, what I call blissgasms for forever and forever, right? The immortal flames of bliss. See, it's easy to forget that kind of stuff, but listen, you're a fallen Bliss Bunny, so okay, fallen Bliss Bunnies, let's unite and get back into the bliss and do what we do the most, the best, and that is to be in this ecstasy of bliss together. Not a bad plan, is it, Sam? Good morning, Michelle. Hello, darling. Welcome. Man, oh man, woman, oh woman. I wish I could see you someday soon, at the Soul or wherever. But being on this love line makes up for all of it, because this is a very powerful morning. You're a very powerful being. You are so full of bliss, it just oozes over into eternity, and eternity fills you back up. And you know what, Michelle? You never have to worry about a thing. You never have to think about yourself ever again, okay? No, just merge with your big self, so you don't have to think about your little self. Your big self is the cosmic bliss self, so that makes us Bliss Bunnies. However, we are fallen Bliss Bunnies. We are fallen cosmic 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 Bliss Bunnies. And we need to rise, we need to shine, we need to lift back up. We need to rise, we need to shine, we need to lift back up and burn, baby, burn in the bliss. Burn, baby, burn. Come on now and burn. Welcome, Lindsay. This is the way we make up for all the time where we mind. I'm not saying our minds ever leave the oneness. I'm not saying our minds ever leave the bliss. I'm not saying we're ever out of this amazing ecstasy of who we really are and that oneness bliss. Because we're nothing shy than Bliss Bunnies. So Bliss Bunny Lindsay and Bliss Bunny Danica, welcome to the Bliss Bunny Ecstasy Show. However, we are kind of saying that we are fallen Bliss Bunnies, because maybe that we forgot that, and that today's burning desire for every soul, now I'm not talking about your mind, I don't care what you think, I don't care what I think, and that's why I'm so happy that every soul is on fire to go back into the immortal flames of bliss. I am sorry to say that. Have you heard the word Satchidananda, baby? Huh? Ever conscious, ever existing, ever new bliss? Does that hold any kind of candle up for you today to say, I'm going to keep this candle lit. I am going to keep the end in mind. I am going to keep the purpose of my life in mind. You know what that does? You know what that does? Yeah, I know, Linz. You know what that does? Keeping the candle of the goal of your existence in mind which is bliss, happiness, ongoing blissgasms, I call them, is to take all the littleness, the things that bugaboos, and all the stressors out of your life. I mean, come on. Our Lord Jesus Christ, died on the cross, some Christians say. I mean, we say, the Christians, if you have that belief system, but it's kind of universal, everyone knows knows the story anyway, you know. But how could he take such a crucifixion? Because he knew that that day he was going to be in paradise, you know. That day I'm going to be in paradise. So okay, if this is what my dharma is, then go ahead, do it what you need to do, you know. But so we have our crucifixions today. The greatest crucifixion is our forgetfulness that we are bliss, that we are joy, that we are happiness. Now that's getting crucified. But when you can remember that you are the bliss, then you won't be crucified by the daily trials and tribulations and the forgetfulness and the depressions and all that other stuff and the aches and pains. You see what I'm talking about? Hello, Amy. Boy, Karen, boy, did we miss you. I can't even have words. Imagine me being lost for words about the Get Fit for the Infinite training this weekend. No, because we were experiencing. It's like I want to stand on a mountaintop this morning and tell the whole world, does anyone want to feel more love? I mean the real deal love. Does anyone want to feel absolutely no more isolation and depression in their life? Does anyone want to feel that there are soul friendships around you but you may not know it? Does anyone want to experience more love in your heart till it's the most you've ever felt? Okay, well, welcome to the Get Fit for the Infinite You retreat, which I will hold, and I do hope that all of you will blank out the rest of the damn stuff you have on your calendar and get to some place today even where you're going to feel more love and ecstasy in your heart, okay? That's basically it. But right now, we are fallen cosmic bliss bunnies. Oh, or a little bliss bunny you. You're a little bliss bunny. I'm a little bliss bunny. But we've lost our way. We are fallen cosmic bliss bunnies. And we need to rise, we need to shine, we need to lift back up. Do you feel that need? We need to rise, we need to shine, we need to lift back up and burn, baby, burn. We need it, we need it, we need to burn, baby, burn. Bliss bunnies, bliss bunnies, burn. Burn, burn, bliss bunnies, burn in the immortal flames of bliss. Burn, babe, in the immortal flames of bliss. Burn, bunnies, burn in the immortal flames of bliss. Burn, bunnies, immortal flames of bliss. 'Cause we are fallen cosmic bliss bunnies. 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 We need to rise up, we need to shine, we need to lift back up. We need to rise, we need to shine, we need to lift back up. We need to rise, we need to shine, we need to lift back up. We need to rise, we need to shine, we need to lift back up and burn, baby, burn. We need to burn, baby, burn so bad, burn this bunnies, burn so bad, burn this bunnies, burn in the immortal flames of bliss. Let's burn again, immortal flames of bliss, burn. felt the sorcery and the alchemy and the magic. We woke on up our soul powers yesterday. Can you feel it, Carl? Carly, my dear soul sister, there was such a weekend we had. We had such an amazing weekend. Even I are lost at words to describe it to you. But the magic, the spontaneity, the unceasing, you know, I've got soul love for you, my friend. Non-stop, unconditional, pure soul love. And soul love keeps pouring into you, my friend. I can't help it. I can't stop it. It keeps pouring into you. I can't help it. I can't stop. I mean, we were split from ourself, our little self, so only the soul shine could just pour its light into each other. Only the love could keep unceasingly going from heart to heart. I mean, we were in the experience yesterday, okay? So Anna, see, I'm soul sister, doggone it, but you know, so perfect, doggone it, so perfect, doggone it, so perfect. Doesn't that sound like our duality? Doggone it, I miss you so much. And it's so perfect that you are on this love line. Carly and Michael, I miss you so much, but I'm so happy, Carly, you are on this love line. And Gloria, welcome to the possibility of waking up to a real powerful purpose today. You are a very purposeful being. You are a soul on a mission. You are a soul on fire. Now, you might not feel that fire because the delusion is a great trickster, and it has a way to close the shutters of our mind and to close the window, the door to our heart, so that we are in this kind of dark space and that we think we're existing, but really we're the walking dead, you know? So listen, I'm so glad you're on this love line because I've never had the experience like I've had this weekend in the Get Fit for the Infinite You, and I will never stop talking about the possibilities for you and me. I will never stop talking about our top priority is to love each other unspeakably. And it's a top priority because the more we love each other, the more we're going to love the one, and the more we love the one, the more we're going to love each other. Now that gives purpose to this day, doesn't it? Doesn't that give a lot of purpose to today? Doesn't that bring a major kind of a boost, like a Shakti shower, this cosmic energy coming through your medulla oblongata to just kind of light you up? But listen, there is a big cosmic mother who has just got her arms wrapped around you. We call her the Divine Mother Bear. And she's got us in a cosmic mother bear hug. And that if we can stay close to this cosmic mother, amazing grace, she's also the Maya, and she creates the delusion and all the things that make life difficult. But that's why it's such an interesting game that we're playing here. But if we can now know that the Divine Mother is doing all this magic to creation, but she holds the greatest magic called amazing grace, and we stay in her bear hug. How does that sound? How does that sound? We're all wrapped up in Divine Mother's bear hug. Oh, we're all wrapped up in Divine Mother's bear hug. I can't tell you how many times we all huddled up and held hands yesterday and this weekend and just sang this song. It's one of the 8 steps of soul awakening that I teach in the Get Fit. Hello, Rachel. Hello, Angelica. Anna, listen, I'm still ready to come out and do that retreat with you. It's never too late. It's just the now. Maybe the now. In fact, for sure, the now is the best time ever, right? We're all wrapped up in Divine Mother's bear hug. We're all wrapped up in Divine Mother's bear hug. And we'll never, ever leave the hug. Nope. And we'll never, ever leave her hug. Nope. And we'll never, ever leave her hug. Never. And we'll never, ever leave her hug. Oh, we're all wrapped up in Divine Mother's bear hug. Oh, we're all wrapped up in Divine Mother's bear hug. Oh, we're all wrapped up in popped and unplugged. Rachel, oh yeah, that's the power of the Shakti, that's the power of the love force, that's the power of you, it's the power of Carly, it's the power of Anna, it's the power of Karen, it's the power of whoever else is on this love line. When we all get together and just remember the purpose of our existence, remember we are fallen angels. We are fallen bliss bunnies. We have fallen from the state of ecstasy. We are all Adam and Eve who have fallen from the Garden of Eden, baby, because we got into this touch of the sensory world. We started touching the things that are really just spirit in disguise and drag, but now we think they're things, and now we think they're pleasures, and now we have fallen. We have fallen from our state of bliss and the ongoing joygasms and the ongoing blissgasms of our true nature. So everybody here this morning is getting a little whiff of that, a little taste of that, a little awakening, and doesn't take much. This isn't rocket science, baby. You either gonna feel it or you ain't. Right? But I know you know what we're talking about. I know that you know even if you don't know, okay? Spirit knows that we know, even though we're in the fog, even though we're in depressions, even though, we're really still seem to get out of the mud, stuck in this routine, stuck in our usual habits and moods and all that stuff. Spirit knows that, but Spirit also knows that you are enwrapped in Divine Mother's bear hug right now, that you are in ongoing blissgasms and joygasms and happinessgasms for forever. So that's why the patience of the Spirit is unbelievable, and the patience of your soul is unbelievable. All we need to do is see if we can hold out today and begin with the end in mind and keep the end in mind, and know that this day can be off the charts if it's joy that we want, baby, and it's love, true, unconditional, that we are desiring, and a return to home, oneness with Spirit, that is our top priority, and this world doesn't hold a candle to that candle. Hello, Joya. Wow. Yeah, I'm telling you, it's like a magnet, kids. It's like a magnet. I attract to you. You just have a fire burning. I'll be the moth right next to your fire. I will be like hovering next to you. I will be like right in your orbit, baby. So anyone on this love line who is vibing the highest today, we're going to attract. We're like desperados. We are like bliss bunnies awakening. And so we will find your orbit. Whoever keeps orbiting higher and higher, we will all attract to that. Your turn. We're going to attract to you. Oh, someone else is going to hold the spin today. All right, we'll attract to you. But higher and higher now we must spin. We are whirling dervishes. We are souls in ecstasy, We don't take no for an answer, and we don't take our old states of addiction that if we're any kind of reality anymore. You disbelieve in the reality of all your limitations, and all those limitations will disappear, okay? But for now, we're all wrapped up in Divine Mother's bear hug. Doesn't that feel good? We're all wrapped up in Divine Mother's bear hug. Oh, we're all wrapped up in Divine Mother's bear hug. Oh, we're all wrapped up in Divine Mother's bear hug. And we'll never, ever, ever leave her hug. Nope, never. We'll never, ever leave her hug. Never, ever. 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 We'll never, ever leave her hug. Because in her hug, when your breath comes in and you are thinking of the Cosmic Mother, and you more are surrendered to the Cosmic Mother, I call it being in divine hospice. See, our first step of soul awakening is just this soul rebel sorcerer who is just sourcing the remembrance of being a lost bliss bunny, man. In a realm of suffering, in a realm of separation of the connection in the heart, the realm of pain and broken dreams, and on and on. And this soul rebel sorcerer at our first step, at our first chakra, is just saying, you know what, I'm sorry, but I'm putting all that aside. I'm done suffering. I'm done being just limited. I'm done feeling helpless. I'm done being a victim. I'm done complaining. I'm done because I don't want to waste my energy, because I am going to source right now in a big breath. And remember that Source and I, Spirit and I, are one. All right? And we know that the Spirit is the immortal flames of bliss. So now I'm going to breathe a breath and feel my oneness in the immortal flames of bliss, because I source, and I use breath to remember. First and foremost, every breath is what we call a God ecstasy breath, or it's the sound of ah, and the ecstasy E. Can't tell you how many breaths we breathed yesterday and Saturday and Friday night of this, God. Dreaming of that bliss union again, and ecstasy, the E. Every breath, we want to train ourselves to be that breath. I don't care where you are or what you're doing. I want you to really dream of the bliss reunion, okay? Do another God. And the E of ecstasy. Dream of ecstasy. Remember the ecstasy, Bliss Bunnies, that we are burning in the immortal flames of bliss as we breathe out that E of ecstasy, dreaming of that ecstasy, yearning and pining for that ecstasy. This is the soul rebel at your first chakra. The only one that can initiate and activate all the other chakras is this soul rebel who wants to say to Source, I love you with all my mind. I love you with all my heart. I love you. I love you with all my strength, and I love you. A lost Bliss Bunny. I know, isn't it sweet, Rachel? Hello, Agnes. Thank you for just kind of being out of your rocker. Out of your rocker. Absolutely gonzo for the truth. Absolutely, forgetful of the delusion for a change. Forgetful of the little petty plans and the little petty thoughts and the little that we know and the routine, just spinning our wheels in the mud of this delusion. Thank you. Thank you so much for being wrapped up in Divine Mother's bear hug right now. Thank you so much for telling her I'm never ever going to leave the hug, because this is what happens in the hug. So you're just remembering your God ecstasy, and then in Divine Mother's arms, when your breath comes in, when it's her breath, and she loves you, you see? And when the breath goes out, she loves you more. And when the breath comes in, Divine Mother says, I love you so much, my little Bliss Bunny. And then the exhale, she says, I love you even more than that inhale breath that you just received of my love. And then she says, I love you more. And we just keep receiving that. We had so many moments yesterday. We're just receiving her love and then feeling more love. Receiving her love, feeling more love. See, I'm giving you a little recap, a little replay of the Get Fit for the Infinite You, which I hope that now, Anna, you will consider that we come out and do one of those. It's the next iteration, baby. And the next iteration is this moment. Do you know you have iteration after iteration every breath you breathe? Now, if you can remember that a breath only holds one thing, the gift of everlasting life, the gift of mortal life, the gift of loving presence, and the gift of you remembering that you come from bliss, you are bliss now, and I hope to God that you will really want to return to bliss as the top priority of your existence today. So we have so many opportunities in the incoming and the outgoing breath, and in our bhakti and our just undeviating devotion to the Supreme. There is only one breath, and it's the breath of love, and you can look at it any way. In this case, we're looking at it as she comes in, she loves me, and as it goes out, she loves me more. But if you want to be the Arjuna at your third chakra, because Divine Mother's then it comes in and you say, I love you, and then I love you more. So your soul returns the favor to the Divine. I love you more. You go on the aggressor, you become the aggressor. All you want to do is love, 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 love. And so the breath comes in, I love you. The breath goes out, I love you more. The breath comes in, I love you. You're just returning the favor. It's called receiving and giving love, right? Is anyone into that? Does someone want an ongoing paradisical experience of unbroken divine love, wave after wave of divine love crashing on your heart? Does anyone have that maybe in your scope today? Does anyone? I know your soul is scoping that big time, man. all it's got its eyes on is bliss, huh? Right? So then I love you more. So then at our heart chakra, look at this. Isn't this very complicated stuff, isn't it? Oh, this is really, really heady stuff, isn't it? No, the fourth chakra is when you're in the heart center with spirit heart, you're one beloved of all that is. And then as the breath comes in, you're one beloved. The spirit itself says, I love you, and you're not going to top that, but you say, your soul says, and your passion says, oh, you wait and see. And then the exhale goes out, I love you more. Oh, and then spirit says, I'm not going to take that. And now the inhale comes in, the spirit says, I love you more. And you now say, I love you more. Now, how about that? You can't receive so much love, and then you can't give so much love. And this is a natural, supernatural state of the affairs of your heart. Please, we learned yesterday to take the locomotion of emotion and to turn it into devotion, because emotion turned devotion is the magic potion. We learned that alchemy, and all this magic and sorcery and everything that is your soul powers, and you have so many, all come from a heart aflame for divine oneness and ecstasy, okay? All that your heart will teach you. It's nothing you can learn with your head. It's not written in the books, baby. If it is written in the book, and it was written by someone whose heart was on flame when those words somehow got on the pages, right? Then you can feel in that written word, not the words on the page, but that loving presence right between the page and you, the reader of that word that's on the page. The living presence is right in your face. That divine beloved is alive and well right now in your face, in your heart, in your cells, in your atoms, in your everything, because it is everything. Wow! What emotion is the magic potion? Yeah, you change the locomotion of emotion, all that swirling energy desires for this and that, and you turn it to devotion. It's the only game in town. And then that emotion turned devotion is the magic potion. So then my song says, so jump right on this love train and you won't feel no pain. We're riding pure devotion and there's no more commotion. So jump right on this love train and you won't feel no pain. We're going home, not stopping at go. We're on a roll, we are going home, not stopping at go. We're on a roll, we are going home, not stopping at go. We're on a roll. So here's the song. Take the locomotion of emotion, turn it to devotion. Emotion turned devotion is the magic potion. Take the locomotion of emotion, turn it to devotion. Emotion turned devotion is the magic potion. So jump right on this love train, you won't feel no pain. We're riding pure devotion, there is no more commotion. So jump right on this love train and you won't feel no pain. We're riding pure devotion, there is no more commotion. So jump right on this love train and you won't feel no pain. Here we go. We're going home, not stopping at go. Oh, we're on a roll, we are going home, not stopping at go. Oh, we're on a roll, we are going home, not stopping at go. Oh, we're on a roll, we are going home, not stopping at go. We're on a roll. Chicka, 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 chicka. All this love and devotion. Chicka, 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 chicka. All my heart's devotion. Chicka, 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 chicka. All our hearts united. Chicka, 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 chicka. On the love line, baby. All the way back to the divine. Love is the magic potion. Riding the love line. No more commotion. Woo, 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 woo. Choo, choo, choo. We love you, beloved. Choo, choo. We love you. Choo, choo. We love you. Choo, choo. we love you. Hey, what happens when your spirit is set free? Choo choo, we love you. You go crazy. Choo choo, we love you. You sing songs. You dance. You're a little kid. You have pure innocence. You have complete amnesia to all the worldly stuff that you think is important and that causes any kind of stress in you, because that is totally not you. And you start to feel free. Again, you feel free and liberated. Does anyone understand what the goal of yoga could possibly be? There's words for it. Kaivalya, moksha, liberation, right? Well, guess what? Guess what? Your life is about now, my dear. I'm sorry. Because the power that's flowing through me and that's flowing through you has now taken charge of our lives. So there's just one last little thing that we each need to do and sign it on the dotted line. I give you my life. I give joy my life. I give happiness my life. I give the beloved unceasing ecstasy my life. Signed, sealed, and delivered. Take a pen. Do a little blood oath and sign that thing right now. Right now. Gee, I know, right? And come on. We're going to all go home together. All I'm doing is gathering the cluster, because you go home to the infinite in clusters, in pods, soul pods. All I'm doing is putting out the heart signal to all of you all the time, right? And I'm just finding the rebels that are willing to just go crazy in God, crazy in this path to liberation, crazy. Now that makes you more sane and more practical in daily life, because some of your left brain activity that's still active right now will dispute with God. And as Hafiz says, what is this fantastic bartering and finagling over the price that God's asking you to pay? What are we just in our left brain and saying, that's it's all this fantastic finagling and just this constant bickering and bartering with God over the price? When you can sign on a dotted line today, go from your left brain to your right brain and be free today, right? So really, you just got to get over it. Get over it, all right? You just got to get over it. Get over it. Heart signals, exactly, sir. Relax. Let go. God is you. All right? Relax. Let go. God is you. Okay? Relax. Let go. God is you. Who's talking here? Huh? Who's talking to you? Relax. Let go. God is you. God is everything, everyone, everywhere. God is everyone, everything, everywhere. God is everything, everyone, 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 everywhere. So relax, let go, baby. God is you. So relax, let go, baby. God is you. So relax, let go, yeah. God is you, Nani. You know that, Nani. Nani knows that God is her. Relax, let go. God is me. Woo! Really? Yes. God is me. Really? Yes. God is me. Really? Yes. And if it's not a big yes, you just got to get over it. Get over your humanness, man. Woman, you're not a man. You're not a woman. So get over it. You're an immortal soul. You just got to get over it. Get over just got to get over it. You're not this body which is born and pass away, not the mind which beholds nothing but changes. You're not the emotions that's mostly about fear. You are the changeless, blissful, immortal Bliss Bunny. Get over everything else, baby. Relax, let go. Listen, God is you. Relax, let go. Can you hear it? Can you hear the approach of the divine footsteps? God is you. Relax, let go. Listen, listen. God is you. Relax, let go. Listen. God is you. God is everything, everyone, everywhere. 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 So relax, let go. Baby, God is you. So relax, let go. Baby, God is you. Relax, let go. Baby, God is you. So relax, let go. Baby, listen, listen, listen to your soul talk to you. Don't let your head talk to you. Don't listen to your head. Don't listen to your thoughts. Don't listen to your emotions. Burn it, baby, burn it. We're Bliss Bunnies in the immortal flames of bliss. God is you. Sorcery, alchemy, whoever of you on this line, I swear to the divine that whoever's holding the highest vibration right now, we are all attracted to it. Because we orbit, and we orbit in a high frequency. And it is, if I would advise you, as Yogananda used to advise, especially those who went into his ashram for that intensive training, you know, which I did for 25 years, he said, stay close to the hub of the spinning wheel. Because in this training, in this divine training, this wheel is like this. If anyone just wants to procrastinate 1 second, you're on the edge of that wheel holding off and you fly off. He says, get to the hub and hang on to the hub. Hang on to the greatest love, the greatest motivation that you have in your spirit today. And you get closer to God than ever before. And let God get closer to you. And get to that hub. Get into the eye of the hurricane. Do not think your thoughts. Do not feel your feelings over and over again. Baby, we are alchemists now. We have a burning spin. We have we're in orbit. We are fired up. Everything is just burned. The moment that you think you're human, the moment the thought comes in, it's burned away. The moment that emotion comes in, it's turned into devotion, right? And this is us now. Does this make, I'm not even going to ask you. Because I know your soul knows. I know you know. Please contact me, Tom at Soul of Yoga. Nani. Please don't let another day go by, rebels. I just slipped down off my pillows. Please don't let another day go by where you are a lone wolf, kind of have your little thing going on. There's a bigger thing called Love Force Revolution. You know, in that word revolution, there's two beautiful words, revolve and the word love. So what is a revolution? As Krishnamurti said, listen, each one of you can only discover this and generate and do what you need to do. Only you can do what you need to do. And he said, and what we start with is freedom. Because in this idea of freedom, which we're talking about, Bliss Bunnies returning to the immortal flames of bliss, in this idea of freedom, you need to have a constant revolution going on within you. And this is the revolution. You're revolving yourself around the goal of your existence. You know, banat banat banjai. striving, one day the divine goal. Never take your eyes, never take your heart off the prize. You know, nirvikalpa samadhi, satchidananda, satori, nirvana, samadhi, bliss, everlasting bliss bunnies. Don't you feel a little like deprived of the bliss ongoing that we have come from, that we are now, but we have forgotten about? Well, now we revolve everything we are around that. We revolve ourselves around one thing, divine love, the divine beloved, right? The goal of our existence and everyone's existence. And when you make your life so simple, it becomes so powerful. When your life becomes so powerful, you realize once again that you are divine and that you really had nothing to do with it. You never have sinned. You never have done anything wrong. All of that is wiped out because it is a dream experience. And all you know is that once again, you are back into the flames of bliss. We are fallen, cosmic bliss bunnies. We are cosmic, fallen bliss bunnies. Now it's time to rise, it's time to shine, it's time to lift back up. It's time to rise, it's time to shine, it's time to lift back up and burn, baby, burn. We need to, we burn, baby, burn so bad, burn, this bunnies burn so bad, burn, bliss bunnies, burn, in the immortal flames of bliss, burn bunnies, burn, in the immortal flames of bliss, burn bunnies, bliss bunnies, burn, baby, bliss bunnies in the immortal flames of bliss, immortal flames of bliss, burn bunnies, immortal flames of bliss, bliss bunnies, immortal flames of bliss, burn bunnies in the immortal flames of bliss. Come on, bunnies, burn, baby, immortal flames of bliss, burn bunnies, immortal flames of bliss, burn bunnies in the immortal flames of bliss. Burn, bliss bunnies, burn. All right, just another day, huh? Just another stream, just another moment where we are out of our minds. Thank God. Thank God. And the only care we have is about this unbelievable divine care that we are in Divine Mother's bear hug, in her ICU, intensive caring unconditionally. That's our only care. Thank you. Please write me, contact me, follow your heart, follow your inspiration. Why? Because the love force revolution is on. It's always on. It will forever be on. Baby, if you haven't really turned your love light on and taped it to the on, the love is always on, the love light is always on. Now stick yourself on to that on part of the on and stay there forever and forever, because Bliss Bunny, if you're anything like me, we need to be in ongoing joy-gasms, happiness-gasms, peace-gasms, and bliss-gasms today.